Hello, in this video I will continue with the functions. In the last video I showed that we have the main function and also we had several other functions. This one is, it doesn't return anything, doesn't take any parameter, and then takes parameter but no return, and then it returns but no parameter. It returns and there are some parameters. And it is possible that one function calls another function. For example, in here, I can, from here, from the main method, I can call say hello, okay? So here, let's say hello. Okay, and then say hello might call other functions. Okay, so here this one say hello from main function. So let me just cut from here and let me put in here. Okay, say. Okay, so from main method, let me call, and also let me just say printf goodbye. Okay, so that we know that we come back to main method and then we terminate the program. And in here, let me call this function, say function. Okay, so here I say, and the parameter is, let's say, 6. Okay, and then okay, so semicolon here. Okay, let me run this. Okay, so here main method calls say function. So say function calls say hello. After this is displayed, and we come back to here. Okay, so say hello is done, and then it says my number is whatever the number is. Okay, and also let me talk on the global variables, static and automatic variables. So here let me just have for example, okay, so let me just comment this out, and also let me comment this out. Okay, so here let me just declare a variable, integer a. Okay, and this is a local variable. So if I assign, for example, if I say 4, okay, and then okay, so let's say int, I'm sorry, printf. Okay, so a is %i, and then go to the next line, and here I say a. Okay, and then let me just run this. Okay, a is 4. Okay, that is correct. And let me do this. So this is local variable, which means this is not recognized anywhere else. Okay, so it is local to this block, starting with curly brace, ends with another curly brace. In here, if I declare a variable outside, okay, and then it will be global to everywhere. So let me just say int a equals to 7. Okay, so, and if I run this, this displays 4 again. It is because the local variable has a higher scope in here. So its scope is here. So it is more specific in this main method. But let me comment this out, okay? And then assume that we don't have this one, and we have A7, which is global. If I run it, okay, I got 7. So now let me do this. Okay, so if I run this, I get 4. Okay, so A is 4. So A is 4, and then this A refers to this one, not global. And let me change the order. Let me take this one from here and put it after the printf. Okay, so here if I run it, a is 7 because in here we have not seen this a yet, so it is this one. Okay, but let me just copy and paste this. Okay, in this case this a refers to 7 and this a is local variable, and when you display a it should be this one. So let me just run it. Okay, 7 and 4. Okay, so this is global variable and this is local variable. Local variables are also considered automatic variable because automatically they are created, and then as soon as the method is done they are destroyed. Okay, so here let me just write another function, and let's say this is void, and let me call this auto and static. Okay, and then let's say there is no parameter. To indicate that explicitly you can put void, although you don't have to, but let's do that. And in here let's declare a auto variable, and I say auto int, and then let me say automatic variable. Okay, and then let me initialize it with 1, and then static variable. Okay, so let me display this, so 1, and then let me just increment this by 1. Okay, so auto var automatic variable plus plus to increment the variable by 1. And okay, so let me just comment this out, comment out. Okay, so in here let's have a for loop. Okay, or anyway, so let me just say auto static. Okay, let me run this. Okay, so here I have not displayed it, so let me say printf and auto. Okay, so %i. Okay, so go to the next line, and here auto var. Okay, so I display that and then increment the value by 1. So let's see what this displays. Okay, so it says auto is 1. So now let me just copy and paste this several times. Okay. Okay, each time it displays 1 because so this is 1, and then after I display 1 and increment value by 1, so auto var becomes 2. Okay, and then when we terminate the program, the method, this is destroyed, so it does not exist anymore. So when you call it again, another variable is created. Okay, however, if you would like to keep the value over there, if you would like to use the same variable location, we can have static. Okay, so let me use another variable. So instead of auto I say static, and then int, let me say st, meaning static. Okay, and then 1. So when I make it static, in the first call it is assigned, but later on this is not assigned anymore, so it is assigned only at the first time. Okay, so here auto, and then let me say static %i, Okay, and then let me just say st. Okay, so st meaning this one, and then also increment st by 1. Okay, let me just um, copy and paste this 5 times, and let's see what happens if I run this. Okay, as you see, the auto is 1, so it doesn't change, but the static, for the first time, it is assigned to 1, and then later, um, so it so this is not assigned anymore. So next time you come to here, you just increment it by 1 and so on. And also, let me do this. So this works if you assign where you say static and you declare and then you initialize. If you initialize later, such as you say st equals to 1, okay, now let's see what happens. Okay, so it doesn't work as static because you assign it later. And also um, okay, and also, so let me run it again. Okay, so from 1 to 5. If you don't assign anything, the static variables initially, by default, they are 0. Okay, okay, as you see, initially they are 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 4, not 5. Okay, I hope everything is clear so far. See you at the next video.